Is there anyone serving here or what? Oi, shop! There's a customer waiting.
Young people these days, no patience.
What the hell are you looking at?
Hope you don't mind me coming round.
No, of course not. You wanted to discuss tactics.
I just wanted to make sure that we're coming at this from the same angle.
Take a seat. Well, it's not complicated. My wife wants to take my son to Spain, and I don't trust her to bring him back. I need regular access to him. It's more than important to me.
And I think we've got a very strong case.
Good.
But what would make it a hell of a lot easier is if you and Dawn were at least on cordial terms.
Yeah, well, we've hardly been on them since I had my stroke.
Terry, for your sake, even if you don't feel particularly warm towards her, try and pretend you do.
You don't ask much, do you?
I know I shouldn't say this, but in negotiations, some goodwill between you is worth more than the best solicitor in the world.
Well, given your rates, I was hoping you were.
You need to reach an agreement today. What we want to avoid at all costs is having to go to court, which wouldn't be in anyone's interests.
Well, she wants to go back to Spain. I need regular access to my son. It's bound to end in tears for one of us.
Evening, Edna. Edna, I was wondering, you couldn't stand me a G&T, could you?
You're right, I couldn't.
Well, I've got cash arriving any minute. I'll pay you back as soon as it comes.
Oh, how many times have we heard that one before?
I'll get you one in Pearl.
Neither a borrower nor a lender be.
Oh, stop being a Bible basher.
If you spent more time reading and less time begging drinks, you would know that it was not the Bible.
Another G&T, please, Louise, when you've got a minute. And same again for you, Edna.
Oh, very kind of you, thank you.
Oi. Oi, Louise. Another pint of the same.
Why don't you come up to the bar and get it like everybody else?
The hell's your problem? Women. Not flaming used to anyone. And I don't need to tell you that, do I, eh?
Kane, leave me alone.
Alone? No. What you and me need is another pint. Then we can put the world to rights, can't we, eh?
Well, I better get back to the garage. Got a lot of work on before I lock up.
Well, it's good to see you putting the hours in.
I can't leave it all to Len, can I? Shall I pick you up from school again tomorrow?
We'll see, shall we? How are you getting on in that caravan?
It's not exactly warm, but we'll manage.
Oh, no, I've got an old gas heater in the loft. You can borrow it if you like.
Yeah? Well, I won't say no if it's going spare.
Well, I'll dig it out. Bring it round.
Thanks, Dad.
You're set.
I just can't believe it's come to this. I loved him, and now we've got to meet in front of some stranger that gets to decide how often he sees our child.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be thinking about going abroad.
It's 2 weeks, Dad.
Perfectly reasonable.
Spain was my home before Terry came along, and it still is.
I'm your dad. Your home is here.
I want to get on with my life, and that means going to Spain whenever I want. Why should he be able to stop me doing that?
Well, because TJ's his son as well.
I am not the one in the wrong.
I know that, love,
So
but you
stop
can't...
trying to stick up for him. I'm the one that needs your support, Dad, now more than ever.
I know, and you've got it 100%. Right, well, we should be off. You ready for this?
I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
This is a one-off. Don't ask again.
It's much appreciated, really.
I mean it. I don't want the others all mistaking me for a cash dispenser.
Mum's the word.
It's not payday, is it?
Seems like it is for Pearl.
Is this finished with?
What do you think?
Thank you so much.
Know exactly what they're doing with the little smiles and the come-ons. Just trying to see how far they can push us.
Tell me about it.
Can't trust any of them. No matter who they're with, We've always got half an eye out for something better.
Yeah.
Well, you see, couples in the street. She'll be clinging on to him as if she's mad about him. Yet she always manages to give you the eye when he's not looking. What's all that about, eh?
Kay wasn't like that.
No? Is that why she couldn't get enough of Robert when she's supposed to be married to you?
You don't know anything about it.
I said all them vows on your big day. Then probably spent the whole of your wedding night thinking about him. The only difference between Charity and your wife is Charity used to get paid for it.
Shut up.
I mean, I'm assuming that Katie's not charging Robert for her time. Maybe she is. Still, I reckon if you're going to pay for it, you're going to get your money's worth with Katie. Am I wrong, eh?
You're sick.
He's got a nerve, though. Got to give him that, eh? Supposed to be a brother. Saw you shacked up with a gorgeous bird, thought to himself, I fancy a bit of that. Took it all away. Didn't even make a sweat. Got your wife, your family, everything, and you just rolled over and let him do it. Must have had you down for a right mug, Andy.
I'm a children and family reporter, and it's my job to represent the welfare of the child in any proceedings. I need to hear both sides of the story before deciding if it's necessary for you to go to court on Thursday. So, Terry, shall we start with you?
Well, there's not much to say, really. I'm finding it hard not living with my son anymore. And I want rights to see him, not just on her whim.
Oh, well, that's loading the blame straight onto me from the start, isn't it?
No, I'm just saying how I feel. I miss TJ. I need you to let me see him whenever I want.
Well, are you going to let me take him home to Spain?
Well, how can I do that if I'm not sure that you're going to come back?
Of course I'm going to come back.
What, and you just expecting me to trust you?
Yes, Terry, I am.
Right, thank you. I think we're far more likely to reach a successful outcome if we try and keep things calm. Now, Dawn, what did you have to say?
Oh, here she is.
Hey, look at us high rollers. We're off to break the bank at Monte Carlo.
Getting fleece and Mill Cottage, more like.
Pearl's a lost cause, but I expected more of you, Jarvis Skelton.
What are you on about?
Gambling's for fools and their companions.
Nobody's betting more than they can afford.
Why don't you join us and lay your hair down for once?
I don't need to fritter away money for my entertainment, thank you.
If she ever enjoyed herself, I think the shock would kill her.
Try not to lose all your wages in one go, won't you?
Wages? Well, that wouldn't be easy since I don't get paid till Friday.
Oh, don't you? Then that's prevarication added to your list of vices, isn't it?
What is she on about?
Oh, blessed if I know. Come on, we're going to be late. Do enjoy the rest of the evening, Edna.
Hiya.
I've been looking for you, Rob.
Well, I was over at my dad's. Picked Victoria up from school. Nearly getting on like old times again.
Well, we one big happy family if only I weren't in the way.
Well, I wouldn't be happy, would I? What's the matter?
Well, I saw Randy this afternoon.
You what? Why?
Well, don't look at me like that. We can't just pretend he doesn't exist anymore.
So you ran into him by accident, or what?
I asked him what was the caravan.
Katie?
I felt sorry for him.
Did you? And how was he?
Not good.
And what did you expect?
Look, I chose to be with you, Rob. But that doesn't mean I wanted to ruin his life. I don't want him to be cut off from your dad forever. And one day, I hope that you and him can at least...
Well, you can forget that for a start.
I just wanted to see him, but at least speak to you.
And?
He was angry. He was really angry.
What did he say?
I know he didn't mean it.
Just tell me.
He said if he sees you again, then he's going to kill you.
This is good humour.
Have you been?
It's coming in and drip some dram.
Andy, what's up?
Chug it.
How the f*** is Katie?
And that's when it gets a little bit...
Andy, what are you doing?
Unless they've had...
Andy, don't be stupid. What do you think you're doing?
There's little doubt
Don't go out that door.
Get out of my way.
Andy!
How the hell would you feel if it were the other way around? If I said I were taking him abroad, wouldn't you be worried that you'd never see him again?
I'm his mother, Terry. I should be able to take him wherever I want.
Yeah, well, you weren't behaving much like his mum last night in the pub, were you?
What are you talking about?
Flirting with Kay. You were all over it.
Like you were with Louise, you mean?
I was just trying to provoke a reaction.
So was I.
Yeah, and you were making a pretty convincing job of it.
I'm not really sure how relevant any of this is.
Look, I'm just trying to point out that she's not trustworthy. I mean, she's saying she's taking him on holiday for a fortnight, but I might not see him again. I mean, if you want to go to Spain that badly, why can't you leave him here with me?
Because you've had a stroke, Terry. And you couldn't be a mother to him even if I let you try.
I'm just trying to be a father to him, and you won't even let me be that.
All right, I think we should all try and calm down. This really isn't getting us anywhere. I've heard both your positions, and in all honesty, I can't see us reaching an agreement today. I suggest we have no choice but to go to court for a final decision on contact. So, Thursday it is then.
Thanks for helping me out at such short notice.
What are neighbours for?
I said I'd drop a heat around at Robert and Katie's caravan, and this one's refusing point blank to come with me.
I want to stay here.
So what's it to be then? A game? Or the telly?
A game.
Unlucky. I'll only be half an hour. I've got to pick up a gas cylinder. You sure you don't want to come, Victoria?
No.
Last chance?
No.
Well, thanks, I appreciate it.
No bother.
You be good.
Right then, young lady. I hope you've got snakes and ladders, because that's just about the only game I know how to play.
Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Now I've got more chance in front of a judge than I have in front of that heartless.
Hey, it's my daughter you're talking about there.
Yeah, and it's my son that she's trying to take away from me.
Okay, guys, I know this is very difficult for the both of you at the moment, but I think we should try and leave it outside work, okay? Right, so would now be a good time to do next week's roster?
Well, Viv's ill in bed. I'll need some time at home. Terry will have to do my shifts.
Right, Terry?
Why not? I've got nothing to go home for now, have I?
It's the first time I've been in here when it felt everyone staring at us.
Only because there's hardly anyone we know in.
With one exception.
Is there a problem?
Not for me, mate. Not for me.
Danny, give us a hand with the drinks, will you? Yep.
Lady and gents, this will be standard 5-card draw poker.
Is that supposed to mean something?
It's the easy one. 5 down cards to each player.
Looks $1 million, wouldn't you say?
After the first round of betting.
I might have once.
Emmerdale is strictly off limits for both of us. Keep reminding me.
A second round of betting will take place after the draw phase, followed by a showdown if more than one player remains.
Here we go.
What the hell's going on?
Is Jack here?
No, it's just nipped out for a minute. Do you want to come in and wait?
Well, where's he gone?
Off to Robert's caravan, if you must know. Why?
What time did he go?
About 5 minutes ago. Daz, what's going on?
Robert! Robert!
What are What are you doing here?
It's Andy.
Well, is he all right? What's happened?
He's got a gun.
What?
I think he's coming after you. Jack's gone to see caravan, and I think that's where Andy is.
Right, I'll get the car.
Well, where are you going?
To find him!
I'm rubbish at this.
Pearl, down to you. I'll see you.
Flush.
In hearts. Isn't that nice?
Pair of eights. Thought you were bluffing.
Me? Never.
Right, well, I'm done. I'm off to the pub.
Hey. Part-timer?
There's the one guy here that doesn't actually need to win any money. Anyone care to join me?
Aye, aye. Shall we make a move as well?
You must be joking. We've only just arrived.
He's not answering, Rob.
Just keep trying him.
Dad! Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Dad! Dad, I'm sorry, Dad. Dad! Dad! Oh, God. Call an ambulance. For God's sake, call an ambulance!
I think he's still breathing, but he's losing a lot of blood. Right, Rob, you need to keep pressure on the wound.
How?
How? Right, use the sheet and press down hard. Right, Andy, get some more blankets out now. Andy! What? Yeah, we're doing that. Yes, I heard you. Right, keep talking to him, Rob.
Can you hear me, Dad? Well, just hold on.
How much longer are you going to be?
Not long now, Dad. You've just got to hold on, please. If he dies, Andy, there won't be anywhere that you can hide. Dad? Dad? Oh, God. Dad?
Anyone else for a drink?
Right, gentlemen. It's going to cost us £10 to stay in this, huh? Len?
I could do with shopping for a month with that lot.
Not if you don't win it.
Go on then, I must be mad.
Oh, live dangerously, Leonard. I like it.
Jarvis? You Joe a good hand?
That's what I keep saying to myself. And this isn't it.
Just the three of us, then. My turn to show, I think. Pair of kings.
Pair of jacks. Len?
Well, I don't know whether this is better or worse, but 3 sevens. Do I win then?
What do you think?
Excellent game, this. We'll have that drink now, Val. Thank you.
Look, the ambulance is here. It's going to be all right.
What are they doing? Where's the ambulance? But Daz, run and tell them that we need help, now! Go! What are you doing now?
Not long now. Everything's going to be all right. Just another minute.
Over here! Now!
What's going on?
Our police! Our police! Down, do it now!
Put your hands behind your head! Do it now! What are they doing? Where's the ambulance? Where's the ambulance?
Our police! On your knees! Put your hands behind your head! Now! You! Put the gun down on the ground! Do it now! Do it now! This is your final warning! Put the gun down on the ground now!
Andy, for God's sake, put the gun down!
Put your hands on your head and walk slowly towards me! Move!
But we need an ambulance! We need some help, please!
Robert, listen to me. You and Andy will go shooting together.
What?
Just shut up. We haven't got time. Jack arrived before we did. Andy was mucking about with the shotgun and it went off by accident. And then that is when we arrived.
You want to get him off the hook?
Think of Jack, Robert. Now, what would your dad want? We need to stand together now. We can sort this out between ourselves.
No way.
Now the girl! Walk towards me!
Just do this for me, Robert.
I'm still here, Dad. I'm not leaving you. Don't you dare leave me. I love you, Dad. You're gonna be all right.
Right, you! Stand up! Put your hands on your head and walk towards me!
I'm not leaving you, Dad.
Do it now!
I can't, he's bleeding to death! I'm not moving!
Gillis, caravan, Shaw with me.
Just think of Victoria. She needs you. We all do. Just hold on.
Right. Stay where you are and don't move!
Daz!
Put your hands behind your back now!
I can't! Can't you see he's bleeding to death?
All clear? It's all yours.
Right, you three. In the car.
Andy, Daz, listen to me.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of unlawful wounding. You don't have to say anything.
Look, I can't just leave
It
him!
may harm your defence if you do not mention one question, something you'll later rely on in court.
Just let me stay with him!
But anything you do say will be given evidence.
Look, what's his name, son? It's Jack! Let me stay with him!
Come on, stay with us, Jack.
Dad! He needs me! Dad!
Hiya.
Hi, Terry.
I was just out for a walk. How is he?
Well, he wouldn't settle, so I've brought him out for some fresh air.
Can I pick him up?
Well, I'm just trying to get him off, so...
Right. Look, I'm a bit ashamed of some of the things I said earlier. I don't know what came over me.
Nor me.
Maybe it's because there's so much at stake.
Yeah, well, I better get him back to bed.
Dawn? How the hell did it ever come to this?
I don't know, Terry. I wish I did.
Let me see him some more, please.
What is it that you're so scared of? Do you think if I take him to Spain, we're going to disappear and you'll never see him again?
Something like that, yeah.
So if I let you have him for the day, what's to stop you running off with him?
Well, I wouldn't do that. Not to him or to you.
So then it's equally mad to think I could do it, isn't it? Night, Terry.
There you go, my love. Hey, don't drink it all at once.
Shut up, Bob.
I'm not a natural father, you know. Mine treat me with far more respect.
Shut up, Bob.
So what's happening tonight, then?
Rodney's fleecing some old folks out of their pension.
Yeah?
Well, they'd only waste it on ball sweets and bingo, wouldn't they?
Yeah. You're really funny, you are.
I think it's time I better make a move.
So, what have you got planned, then?
Just a quiet night, unless there's something on telly.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I get a couple of bottles from the shop and I could bring it round and we could watch a video? And Danny.
Actually, Don, I'm really tired. Can we do a rain check on that?
Yeah, just an idea.
See you guys. Have fun.
Why do I make such an idiot of myself?
Don't be daft.
You ran a mile, Danny, and I was supplying the booze. Where am I going wrong?
You're not. Well, maybe you're a little bit keen.
Was I?
You know, you just need to relax a bit and let things happen. Perfect guy will come along before you know it.
In this village. Someone probably said that to Edna once, and look at her now.
Well, I don't know what's happened to my luck. No. I'm out.
Need a fiver to see him.
I'm well aware of that, thank you, Valerie.
Any time today will do.
Maybe you should fold, love, the cards you've been getting. Perhaps now it's time to call it a day.
Nope. That's me done.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Who'd like another drink?
Oh, I'll have a small one, thank you.
Well, we could have that in the wool pack.
No, well, we haven't finished the game yet, have we, Rodney? And I'm going nowhere until I win all my money back.
I'm gonna get off and all.
Oh, great, and leave me on my own?
On your own, Bob's over there.
Yeah, thanks.
See ya. Cheers, Bob.
Yeah, night, Danny. Night, Bob. Good night, Marlon. Actually, mate, you couldn't do us a favour, could you?
What?
Well, Donna's on her own. I'm just a bit worried that in 5 minutes she's going to start chatting up Jimmy King. I mean, I would tell her to get home, but it's probably more than my life's worth.
Bring us a drink over, then.
Thank you.
Hey, you want a drink?
Why?
Why? Because I'm not quite ready to go and sit at home on my own yet.
All right.
So tell me something. What is a gorgeous girl like you doing by herself in a place like this?
Are you trying to chat me up?
I'm old enough to be a father. But I'll keep you company until somebody comes along who does.
All right. Well, what happens next?
Well, we got your statement. Now you go home and have a think, and then come back tomorrow and tell us what really happened.
I meant to Robert and Andy.
We haven't spoken to them yet. Depends on what story they tell us, doesn't it?
I'm always attracted to the wrong men. Can't even think what I saw in Robert now. Katie's welcome to him. But I mean, I must just give off the wrong signals because Andy's all over me and I don't even fancy him that much.
Yeah. I think, Donna, it's really important to be friends with somebody before a relationship develops.
So do I. I just get to know people a bit quicker than most. We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah. Come on, I'll walk you home.
All right.
So what's really important to remember, Donna, is love. It's a rare gift, you know. And you can give it away cheaply to anyone who comes along, or you can save it up for someone who's really worthy of it, and then it's honestly it's so much more valuable.
So you don't think I should sleep around then?
No. Not because of what anybody else thinks. Who cares? It's how you feel about yourself. I slept with someone once, for all the wrong reasons, and I've never regretted anything more in my entire life. And there was Tricia. And she'll always be the best thing that ever happened to me. All I'm saying is you've got to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know, and so what if you're on your own now? Enjoy it. Get to like your own company. And then when somebody right comes along, you feel like you deserve them.
Marlon, do you know something? You're a really, really special person. See ya.
Night.
Oh, yeah. Jack's not back yet, but come through. We're just finishing our game.
Look, Siobhan, there's been an accident. Jack's been hurt and it's serious.
What kind of accident?
Shotgun. What? Andy was messing about and...
Oh, God.
I need to take Victoria to the hospital.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not sure he's going to make it. I think she should be there, you know?
Yeah.
Diane's on holiday, so please just try and contact her for me, will you?
See if Louise has got a number.
And Siobhan, try and keep it quiet, all right? At least until we know.
Of course.
Are you going to finish the game? What are you doing here?
Victoria. Something really bad's happened. And I need you to be the bravest girl in the world. Okay?
What?
Your dad's had an accident. He's very poorly and we need to go to hospital to see him now.
Should I get my coat?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll try and contact Diane. Get her to call the hospital.
Thanks, Siobhan.
Have they said anything at all?
Not a word.
Right, we'll see if the story stands up. Who do you fancy?
Well, we're still waiting on Robert Sugden's brief.
What about the other one?
Andy, when he pulled the trigger, didn't seem to want one.
Right. Well, I'll take him then.
Well, thanks a lot. Yours had a couple of pints, by the way, but this shock and a gallon of coffee seemed to have straightened him out.
Now he tells me. Right then. Mind if I call you Andy? Make a start, shall we?
Gaz! Jack Sugden, is there any news?
Take a seat, someone will find
Hey,
you.
miss! Daz! Jack Sugden, how is it?
Are you a relative?
I am. I'm his daughter-in-law.
Okay, I'll try and find out. You wait here.
Shot! An accident. I could tell by the faces it's not looking good.
Oh, poor Diane. How am I going to tell her?
She left a number.
Well, I could call her mobile, but probably doesn't work over there.
Best get hold of Bernice and get her to break the news in person.
Some holiday.
Oh, and Katie said could we keep this to ourselves at least till they know either way.
Yeah, sure. Oh, where's that number?
Hello?
Hiya, it's Katie. Have you managed to get hold of her yet? No, I haven't heard anything. Look, hang on, I'll call you back. Yeah?
He's in surgery now.
And?
They're doing everything they can.
Well, what does that mean?
He's lost a lot of blood, shock, severe trauma. He's critical. I'm sorry.
Whose fault this is, don't you? It's yours. If Jack dies, there's nobody else to blame but you.
It's been a tough night for you. So let's not drag things out any longer than we need to. Now, I keep asking you what happened, and you keep telling me it was an accident. But we all know there's more to it than that. So the sooner you tell us the truth, the sooner we can all go to bed. Now, Andy, what happened?
I told you it was an accident.
What were you doing there in the first place? Andy?
Me and Robert were meeting up to go shooting.
Shooting what?
Rabbits. When I arrived to pick Robert up, he wasn't there. So we're in the caravan.
Door up, Marie?
Yeah.
Then what?
I had a pint in the wool pack.
Just the one?
Maybe a couple. And there was a couple of cans in the caravan. Then I fell asleep.
Then what?
I don't really remember.
Try. Where was the gun when you fell asleep?
Harmony.
What's the next thing you do remember?
The gun going off.
All by itself? Right, start again, shall we? Sure, it'll all come back to you in time.
I haven't got anything to say because I didn't see anything. It all happened before we arrived.
Just before you arrived or some time before?
How could my client possibly know the answer to that?
Did you hear the gunshot?
Yeah.
So you arrived just as it happened?
I suppose so.
So, what did you see? Robert?
Nothing. I was parking the car looking the other way.
Listen. Word from the hospital is that your father's fighting for his life. All we want to do is find out exactly what happened, and right now you're not really helping.
Yeah, well, I want to be with him. So can't we do this another time?
We'll drive you straight there as soon as you tell me what happened, all right? Okay. Now, this Andy fella, your stepbrother.
Yeah.
How long have you been sleeping with his wife?
You're about the last person I expected.
Can't keep away. Is he off?
Fast asleep. Although you ringing the bell nearly woke him up again. What do you want, Terry?
I've been thinking. We can't keep doing this to each other. I remember how I felt when we met, and I don't want to do anything else to hurt you.
Terry, I'm sorry.
Spain. I think I can budge on that, as long as you can promise me regular access. Mightn't be so bad you taking him abroad if I knew when I'd see him.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah, I do.
Then I promise you can see him whenever you want. Anytime you like. As long as there's trust between us, I know things will work out okay.
Well, can I see him tomorrow? For the day?
Why not? Yeah, come and pick him up around 10.
Right. I'll see you then.
So, Andy, you've lived on farms for what, 6, 7 years?
About that.
How much you do with shotguns before?
A bit.
When did you load it?
What?
When did you load the gun?
I don't know. Must have been while I was waiting.
Right. So there you are, drinking beer, lying on a bed, loading a shotgun. Was that a good idea?
Not very.
Your real dad's inside, isn't he?
What's that got to do with anything?
Seems he knows his way around a shotgun and all.
I've got nothing to do with them anymore.
How's your relationship with Jack been?
Fine.
Not falling out over out?
Why should we?
I found this in the caravan. I'm showing Andy Sugden item number DP2. How did it get broken?
I knocked it over after the gun went off. Shock.
Another accident, were it? Does Robert live alone in this caravan?
No.
He lives there with your wife now, doesn't he?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I've learned to live with it. I was a bit upset at first, but, you know, we're all friends again now.
I don't think I'd be that forgiving. Beautiful girl like Katie, surprised you don't want to kill him.
Me and Katie should never have got married. I didn't love her. There's no hard feelings. She's better off with Robert.
How'd you work that one out?
Farming's my life. She hated it. We fell out and it was all a mistake. We're all friends again now.
How about you and Robert? You still friends?
Yes.
Oh, maybe not quite so much now you shot his dad, eh?
He's my dad too.
Adopted. Not quite the same thing, is it? It's all a bit messy, isn't it, Andy? Come on. It was a domestic that went wrong. Maybe you just wanted to scare somebody. Is that why you went up there? Didn't want to hurt anybody. You had your pride to think about.
You're wrong.
Hey, she's quite a stunner, this wife of yours. Bit of a heartbreaker, is she?
No.
How would you feel if it been her that come through the door? Or Robert?
Look, it was an accident. I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Interview suspended at 21:52. Hey, you're doing all right. Now all we have to do is to make sure Robert's telling the same story.
You still in, Jarvis?
I'm thinking. Here goes nothing. I'll see you.
Len?
I know, it's only money. Even if it is my last.
Down to you, Rodney.
Unlimited pot, you say?
Oh, here we go.
Right, well, there's your 5 and, raise you 20.
Nah, bad money after good, that's me out. And I'm off home. 20 quid. If I had 2 pairs, I wouldn't bet that much.
That's why you never win at poker, Jarvis.
Oh, that's the reason, is it?
But I've hardly needed a decent hand all evening. You lot just give up as soon as a kiddie goes over £3.
Not this time.
Oh, come on, Pearl. Now, we've had a laugh, and I've been saying to the cleaners, and that money in front of you has got to last another week.
You weren't saying that when you were winning.
But don't gamble more than you can afford to lose.
I got past that stage an hour and a half ago.
Maybe he's right. We should call it a day, eh?
I knew you didn't have anything.
On the contrary, I've got the best hand I've had all evening.
Really?
Yes.
Go on, then.
You'll have to pay to see it.
Oh, I intend to. There's 20, and there's another.
And there's 20, and I'll raise you 50.
Rodney.
Unlimited pot, remember?
She hasn't got enough left to see you.
Well, she should have seen me when she had the chance, shouldn't she? Mine, I believe.
No,
please.
just a minute. Take this.
Huh.
Well, it's worth at least double your 50 any day.
Rodney, what you got?
Nothing. King high.
A pair of 4s. I win, I believe. Shall I take this? No hard feelings, I hope.
You gamble my engagement ring on a pair of 4s?
Well, I got it back. Come on, I'll take you all for a drink to celebrate.
No. Thank you for your hospitality, Rodney. Val, I'm going home. Here coming, Jarvis.
Aye.
Good night, all.
You don't happen to have a carrier bag, do you?
If you're not going to ask me any more questions, then why the hell don't you let me go?
I haven't finished with you.
My dad's in hospital, and I don't know how long he's got left. All I want to do is be with him.
Why are you protecting Andy? I mean, he must really hate you, nicking his wife.
Well, you'd have to ask him.
You and Katie happy, are you?
Is that relevant?
We're happy.
Won't be the same now, though, will it? Thanks to Andy.
I want to go to the hospital.
What if your dad dies? Just gonna let Andy get away with that? Just one thing I can't get my head round. Why was Andy waiting for you up at your caravan with a loaded shotgun? Robert?
We were meeting up.
What for?
To go shooting.
What were you after?
Rabbits. Not much else worth going after round that way.
And then there were 2.
Thanks.
Considering that was supposed to be a friendly game, I thought you took it all rather seriously.
You can't be friendly when money's at stake.
I didn't expect to see Pearl walk away with it all.
I was distracted.
Really? By what?
I think you know the answer to that.
I miss spending time with you, you know.
We had some good times. And some not so good times.
I made a mistake. I'd like to make it up to you if you'll give us half a chance.
Fancy a game of cards?
No, I never gamble. Not on trivial matters anyway. And certainly not with you. But I can give you a few pointers on your game if you like.
No, thanks.
Rodney, if I were to try again, I wouldn't mess it up this time.
You know what? I feel very tired all of a sudden. I think it's time for bed.
Is it?
On my own.
Oh.
I'll see you out.
Gentleman to the last.
By the way, Val, you looked absolutely ravishing tonight.
Good night, Rodney.
Well, the good news for you, Andy, is that so far Robert seems to be corroborating your story.
Does that mean I can go?
It's not that simple. Afraid you and Robert will be sleeping here tonight.
Why?
Well, the news from the hospital is that your dad's still in intensive care.
How is it?
It's touch and go whether he'll pull through or not. If he does, we can simply ask him what happened. If he doesn't, you'll be looking at a murder charge.